Hi everyone, and thank you for tuning in. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys step by step on my process on how I do caricatures. As you see on the screen, I'll be drawing these two faces on the same paper, one at the top and one at the bottom. These are brother and sister. This order came to us through our website. I'll be having the link at the bottom of the paper where you guys can order your caricatures. So I'll be taking you guys step by step on how I do this caricature in black and white. I'll begin with a light sketch of the face. As you can see in this video, I'm just sketching out the shape of the face, going very lightly, not defining the lines, not defining the shapes, just going lightly just for placement. Just going over the sketches, try to draw the shape of the face the way I see it on the photo. Doing some lines to get the center of the face, trying to find placement for the nose, eyes and mouth. Again, I'm just going lightly on the sketch. In case I need to make any corrections, it's easier for me to erase and go over the sketch. Just simple lines, very light sketch, and then I'll be going over defining those features. I'll be working on the second face now, so I'll be drawing the brother at the top of the page, starting with the shape of the face. Just trying to get that shape as close as I can to the photo. Again, I'm trying to work on this quickly so I can get into the inking process. Okay, so now I'll be starting the inking process. I'm going to start with the little girl on the right hand side. I'm going to start out with the left eye. Again, at this point I'm just going over with the ink over the sketches. I won't be doing exactly line by line. I'll be making corrections as I go through the drawing, just trying to capture those shapes. Go ahead and fill in the eye, being that she's got dark eyes. Doing the bridge of the nose, going into the eyebrows. I'll be working on the right eye, as you can see. Again, I'm just trying to go over the sketches that I did earlier. I'm using a Sharpie brush pen, so you can see the tip is like a brush tip. This is one of my favorite markers to use because of the variety of lines that I can get from this marker. Continuing in with the right eye. Again, I'm just trying to go over those sketches, not exactly how it's on the sketch. I'm constantly looking at the reference and making adjustments as I go. From here, draw the nose, really tiny nose, trying to get the shape of that nose. You can see I hardly drew a bridge for the nose. She's got a really small nose. She's a baby. So you can see I drew those two lines at the top just to kind of give it more perspective on the forehead. From here, moving down to the smile. Again, always looking at the reference, trying to come as close as I can to the picture. Here I'm just drawing the shape of the mouth, bottom lip, top lip. And then just adding those little details just to, again, trying to capture as much as I can from the picture, from the photo. Now I'll be working again on the shape of the face. This time I'm going to use the pencil just to kind of define, go over those sketches, making them a little bit more visible. When drawing little kids, it's very important just to kind of make sure you capture that shape of the face. Otherwise, you will make them look a lot older. So we want to make sure that, just to be secure, just go over the sketch until I feel comfortable, just going over those lines that I did earlier. Getting the ear in place, drawing the top of the head. And from here I continue sketching the top of the head. Again, I'm just going over the sketches I did earlier, just kind of defining those lines a little bit more. Now I'll be using a Pixma MB marker. This is a brush tip marker, just a lot thicker than the Sharpie that I used before. And it's good to have a nice variety of lines from thick to thin. Your drawing looks a lot prettier, it looks cleaner. So again, I'm using a thicker marker for the outside. Getting the shape of the ear. See the line work there, very thick on the outside. Just gives it a nice variety of lines. Now from here, I'm working on the top of the head, on the inside of the hair. Just really short lines, as you can see. The directions of the line, just kind of showing the direction her hair is going. From here, just working on the little braid on the top of the head. Just going over some of those lines, making them a little thicker. Those lines in place there. I'll be going over later on just to adding more lines, more detail. From here, I'll be moving down to the neck. Again, just always looking at the reference, trying to come as close as I can to the photograph. And just thin line just to get the wrinkles of the shirt. Just defining the teeth with short lines. Before moving on to the next photo, I just like to go over the sketch or going over the lines just to. Here I'll be using an acrylic white marker just to kind of give it a little bit of a highlight on the eyes, just making those a little bigger, just to kind of emphasize her eyes, makes her look younger. Right now I'll be moving on to brother on the left, and again I'll be starting his face the same way I did with her. I'll be starting with the eyes first. So again, from left to right, I'll be drawing his left eye. As you can see, I'm using short little lines just to kind of capture that shape of the eye. Filling in the eye again. He's got dark eyes, so I think by filling it in, it will capture, it will get more likeness, it will look more like his eyes by filling them in. Making my way now to the right eye. Again, just using short lines just to kind of capture the shape of his eyes. The short lines for the eyelashes. Now moving on to the eyebrows. Right now moving on to the nose. He's got a small little nose, so I'm just going to do two little dots just to kind of indicate how wide I'm going to go on the nose. And again, just creating those shapes, those lines, kind of capture the likeness. Now I'm going to draw the outside of the smile just to see how far I can go. Again, just keeping proportion, not going too far, not making it too big. You can see I'm drawing really short lines. Some of these lines have broken down into several lines. Compared to the shape of the face of her line, I use more of a complete line to capture those shapes. But I find it easier when doing some of the other features like the nose and the eyes and the smile. I like to use shorter lines just to kind of capture that likeness. better. Again, I'm using the pencil just to kind of sketch out the shape of the face, top of the forehead, hairline, ears. Again, keeping that chin not too far out. Again, not making the chin too wide or too long, just kind of keeping it closer to the bottom lip. Now working on the outside of the hair. Again, just going over those sketches I did earlier, just making them a little darker, so it's easier for me to do the line work over them with ink. You can see these lines are a little bit cleaner, longer. Again, I'm just trying to capture the shape of the face as close as I can to the photo. It's a caricature, so it's not going to be exactly like the picture, but I'm trying to come as close as I can. Just getting those wrinkles on the shirt. Now moving up to the forehead and working on the hairline. It's very thin line just to kind of identify where the hair begins. Now I'm working on the outside. As you can see, I'm using really short lines for the outside. I'm trying to capture at this point the texture of the hair. With her, I used longer lines going up. With him, I'm using shorter lines just to kind of capture the texture of the hair. Now I'm going to fill in the hair, just doing like circle movements. Just going up the side of the head. So as you can see on this piece of paper, I'm going to show you guys how I do it. Just kind of little circles over and over and over and over, just to kind of capture the texture of his hair. So I'll be doing that all the way around his hair, going from dark at the bottom to light at the top, just to kind of also get that light effect that I see on the photo. Doing this all the way around the hair. Again, this marker, being that it's a thicker medium marker, that allows me to fill it in even quicker. Alright, just doing some touch-ups before I finalize the black and white caricature. I like to look at the photo and see where I can thicken the lines, make a little bit darker here and there, so it looks clean. I like using a lot of black and, having a variety of lines. Just makes the drawing a lot prettier. Alrighty, at this point I'm going to go ahead and add their names with pencil first, and then going over with the marker. Just going now over with marker. A caricature typically takes me between 3 to 4 minutes depending on the photo. This photo is pretty much straightforward, so it's easy to draw. And just going over some of the lines, making the outline of the hair a little bit thicker. And I'll add a border of the outside. I just like the way it frames the drawing, just having that frame on the outside. It makes the caricature look more complete. And at the bottom, again, just don't forget about your signature. Just adding a signature at the bottom. Now just reviewing the drawing. I'll be adding a little bit more details before starting the coloring process. So just doing little touch-ups here and there. And that is it. The caricature has been completed. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please follow us on social media. Follow us here on YouTube. Please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much.